Be calling you a radical, so Utah is going to redo our flag here in the state of Utah. I want you to show you something. Made in the USA. This coat is red. This jacket is green. Okay, so I'm going to enter mine. Utah, the Ute, Pac-12 action. Stanford kills Utes again. So it's all a football game. It's red-blue. It's blue pill. Nuclear energy is he's. What if God was one of us? The Pope may be in Rome. Two Catholics meet at the Vatican. One's a pro-nuclear energy. The other's an anti-nuclear energy. So I'm going to enter my. So this is important. I do this here. Our Leslie Hodgson, Frank Lloyd Wright masterpiece right there that I protest, the only one left in the world. They tore it down, threw it in the dump out here at the nuclear waste facility at Promontory. They stole all the money. So they had a walkthrough. I waited till every single person walked through. Thousands of people would walk through. This was laying on the floor. And the flag that flew up there at our school for years was laying on the floor. Thousands of people walked over the top of it. I picked it up. I have it. So I says, how much? He says, give me $1. So I'm going to enter mine. Idaho. The Shoshone, Blackfoot, Labanic, word for sunlight racing down the front of the mountain peaks. It's slang. That isn't what it means. Utah. The Ute word for top of the mountain. Nope. It's slang. So I want to enter my flag design. So let's do this. It's cold. I know. We'll play some Atlanta Braves. Oh. Glenn Hubbard on second base. Del Murphy, Mormon. Skip Carey, Chip Carey, Harry Carey on the call. This would be the greatest upset in baseball history. They were below 500 on Hiroshima Day. Where's Ken Burns on the freaking bottom of the 13th inning? Where's he at? This would be the greatest miracle in baseball history if they won. Well, we see what's going on in Atlanta, Stacey Abrams. We see what's going on with the so-called Biden agenda. Oh, you thought you won. Say it ain't so, Joe from West Virginia. The senator from Arizona. This is important because the recount going on in Nevada, the Utah Attorney General, who told me at the Bear River Massacre in Idaho, yep, you can look it up online, told me he didn't know what NuScale was. He didn't know what nuclear energy was. He didn't know what a nuclear, but he sure made a point to come around and says, I'm not related to Jose Reyes, the Reyes connection. He went to Nevada to fight. So the guy that goes on TV and says, I can't believe they did this to my wife, voted in her dead name, that they propaganda. Guess who did it? Oh, yeah, he did it. I saw Sandra Powell yesterday at the university, and she used to do this great lecture in the university, Last of the Mohicans, I told her. She says, Kevin, I'm so proud of you, what you've accomplished coming out of my class when we had ethics. If two people are cheating, one's cheating on the other, and you're in business, you're in a relationship of any kind, you have a contract with each other. Let's just use an example of marriage. Okay, let's just use an example of the man cheating on the woman. Whose fault is it? Keeps happening. Goes on and on for years, maybe 40 of them. Whose fault is it? It's yours for allowing it. Back when we had ethics. So the guy that was cheating, who went on Fox News, he went on freaking Tucker Carlson and says, I can't believe they did this. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, he's the one that did it. He's been charged in Nevada. This is important because Sean Reyes went down there. But he doesn't know what an SMR is. The only municipality in the world, Utah, that's funding SMRs, which blew up in Russia on the White Sea on 8A. John Huntsman Chemical to Kevin Blanch. I'm the one that collected the data. So let's make our flag. That's the mega welfare dairy beeping you here, who was the head of the DNR, who had no college credentials, age card, who got charged with all kinds of crimes, county commissioner. How do you become head of the DNR, which oversees the environmental quality, with no college degree? Well, he never sat one day in college, stole millions of dollars and nothing. You're in the club in Utah, so... What's the U for? University of Utah, UNA, the Danites, the Morrisites. USURY. You on the hill. So there's my design. USURY, we are we. So buy here, payday loan. Dollar Loan Center is the main advertiser on the Utes games. I'm not kidding you. The main advertiser, you listen to the Utes games on the radio, the main advertiser is Dollar Loan Center. Their annual interest rate is well over 400%. We're the last day to get rid of USURY laws. So there's my flag design. There it is. So I used to tell my mom, I used to walk to school right there. I walk to school every day. Boy, this sign's been around. IAEA, this sign has been all over the world. So there's my flag design for Utah. USURY. Covet thy neighbor's Walmart's goods. Johnny got his gun. Hate thy neighbor. Covet thy neighbor's Walmart goods. Jesus didn't throw the money changers out of the temple. He became one. Dollar Loan Center, the Mormon Church. What? The president of the Mormon Church grew up right over there. I know him. He fights against it. You know, he says fix it. They don't listen to him. So there's the flag. So important I got this done. This jacket is red. This is green. SMRs. Unbelievable. 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 First, they come for the craftsmen. I'll tell you how Utah I am. My social media addresses used to show up as East 8 Bone Marrow Transplant Center. Coming down the stretch, went in on 11-11-11. That's how Utah I am. All right, let's play some ball. You think the camera can hang in? Where are you going to prop it up? No. One man band BLANCH. Let's try. All we can do is keep swinging. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Got something. I'll get it at the end. Hopefully it keeps going. Let's play some ball. Got your soup can. Let's play some ball here in Utah. And the Braves win. Would be the biggest upset in baseball history. Atlanta, perfect, right? Ken Burns, bottom 13th inning. He proved that the baseball metaphor. Glenn Hubbard on second base. I bought this at the Ogden Mall in 1982, I believe. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you fucking lie to me. I used to walk to school right there, holding Everett Ruiz's hand. To that Leslie Hodson, Frank Lloyd Wright, Prairie School masterpiece. They tore it down, threw it in the dump. That's Ricky Henderson. He played here. Top 10 greatest baseball player in the history of baseball. Yeah, he played here for 79. We are family. Oh, my favorite down the right foot line. It's a hit. That was the name of the cafe across from John Affleck. Where'd you sleep at? You got to go with that left, dude. So there's my flag entry. I'll be sending this to the Attorney General's office and the Governor's office. Bear River Massacre. The Governor, I asked him to his face, Cox. He gets in bed with, right across the mountain there, where Jackson Pollock's, Kevin Blanch, the soup can flipper, Jackson Pollock, the dripper. He's born right there. Cody, Wyoming. You said in your speech at the Bear River Massacre that this was Utah territory at one time. No, it wasn't. It was never Utah territory. Franklin, Idaho. It was Washington territory. That's not what we were told. Spencer. Then I asked him later, what about these little SMRs there being found? Nuclear waste coming in. Really don't know much about that. Yet a few months later, he signs a contract with Bill Eugene Gates, who stole the operating system here in Utah. Fair and Triangle. We had a trial. One jury hung out. Nobel. Who? Who became the CEO of Nobel? Eric Smith. Money disappeared. Work perfect. Shift F-13. Bruce Bastian. Alan Ashton on Balco. Who's that? He's in bed with the guy that gutted Utah's technology. Silicone slopes on chemo foot. Omega, Shift F-23, freaking Novell, word perfect, going, gone. Out of here. Yes, one last thing on our flag. We forgot one thing on our flag. We forgot what thing. Out from hell. Does it keep going? Oh yeah, nice. Oh, you saw it shot a ball. If you didn't, you didn't. Organic, like Kevin Blanch. One last thing. Boober. So Dolly Parton's getting a mastectomy in San Diego, and they're bringing it to Energy Solutions dump site. This is the nuclear waste place. The promised nuclear freaking toxic waste valley. Coming here to Utah, Energy Solutions. Go Jazz, Energy Solutions, big dumb drum when they used to play in the beautiful Salt Palace. They tore down that beautiful, cute, incredible airport. I love that airport. Got a big, ugly, hideous, but it's the most disgusting, hideous airport in the world now. First, they came for the artists, the craftsmen. I won't stop there, so... What happened to you, Kevin Blanch? Same thing that happened to Governor Herbert's father. Same thing that happened to Mike Lee's father. Same thing that happened to Fawn McKay Brody. Same thing happened to my father. Cancer. There's the Utah flag. Ain't you gonna hang it up? I'll hang it up and take a picture and tag it as a thumbnail. It's only got one hand. It's 1970. Who was my favorite player that ever played the Utes? That would be Steve Smith. Whew, I shook his hand. Mess with that dude. I remember his first two punts in the NFL, he fumbled. His kickoff and punt, and the coach says, I took a chance. Third one, he ran back for a touchdown. What a stoic career he had. Utah. Top of the mountain, you work? Nope, it's Slang. So here's our new flag. I'll be sending this directly to Governor Cox today, who lied to me. Well, that's what governors do here. By the way, Olene Walker, the first female governor in the history of the state of Utah, lived right there. T.L. Smith's her thing, or her dad. Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Peterson, my first grade and second teachers there. Her mother, and my auntie. They tore it down. They're rolling in their graves. Kyle Rampton on Balco. On chemo. So here you go, Spencer. The new Utah flag has been designed. This is my entry. What's it painted on? I was laying on the floor. When they tore it down. Perfect. Flat upside down. So there's my flag entry. Utah. USURY. We are me. USURY are we. You, and you. Nuclear. Buy here, payday. Dollar Loan Center. Utah was the last state to get USURY legalized in 1986. 6% of prime is the maximum interest rate anybody could say. They were huge about making homemade goods. Inland Port, USURY, Weber State University, #1 school of business in the United States. I taught at. Dead last. Quote last. The professor teaches my own class at Weber State. Spoke in front of the Utah State legislators at the Capitol. Don't go see the Dalai Lama. There's your new flag, Spencer. You get in bed with Bill Gates for a little nookie. Okay. Utah, U for USURY.